Good morning, everyone. Can you please type yes if you can hear me? Perfect. So let's quickly do a recap of what we have learned on day one, day two, and day three, and then today we will do a live campaign setup. So day one, we have understood what exactly is lead generation, what is your product types and audience, how to create your Facebook page, how to create your weekly content bucket, how to get more leaks and likes and leads organically, like case study on benefits of group, 80-20 image rule, designing of your brand logo, cover photo, and welcome post via Canva. And day two, we have understood three different formats of ad creatives and development, that is image, video, and carousel. And we started designing your first six ad creatives for Facebook and Instagram, how to create your perfect user persona, how to check your perfect audience insight, how to check your competitors ad on Facebook and Instagram, what are the different types of lead generation ad campaigns. Okay, and day three, we understood what is AIDA model, how to write your first ad copy, how to write your long and short ad copy, consolidating your existing database, and how to create your lead generation form, how to create your payment landing page. And then day four, today we will do a complete live of setting up of an ad campaign on Facebook and Instagram, how to do retarget and remarket your custom audience, how to create your lookalike audience, and audience placements and manual placement. What is the difference between them? How to get organic likes on Facebook ads, how to create lead generation ad forms, how to create A/B testing, carousel ad, and duplicate ads. So guys, very quick review, three stages of lead generation. The first stage is our deactive stage, where we are actually waiting for leads to come and our business runs on hope. Customer is not sure whether you exist and absolutely no business goal. So this is called the law of karma. Stage number two, which we are in a me active stage. So we are actually following up for leads. We have commitment on goals. Customer know you exist, and then there is a realization on your conscious efforts. So this is called law of effort. Third is we active stage, where we are actually attracting the leads. Have goals achievement environment. Customer knows you exist and wants to buy from you. Realization on subconscious effort, and this is called law of clarity. Two elements for lead generation. First is clarity, second one is consistency. In clarity, you need to understand what is your market, where you want to promote and sell your product. So model is your business model should be profitable and at the same time scalable. So you need to ensure that. Third is your mission. You have to have a mission of why you have started this business, so that it connects you and your customer emotionally, and both help each other, reaching or succeeding the objective. And the methods, what are the different methods you want to use to market your product? Let that be digital, let that be experiential marketing or whatever. So you need to have a clarity on what kind of methods you want to use. And the number five is the metrics, where you will check the ROI, your key performance indicator, whether the strategies are working or not. Now, who is your target audience? It can be either B2B, B2C, or B2CS, that is business to business, business to customer, and business to channel partner. And then what is the age of your customer? What is the gender of your customer? What is the location, income, and occupation of your customer? So your product fits in what category? First is high value products, or where you have low efforts and high returns. Second is your primary product, where you have high efforts and high returns. Third is your easy to buy products, which is low effort and low return. Fourth is your time waster product, which is high effort and low return. So we completely want to avoid time waster product, because you have to put a lot of efforts and the result is also low, which means your profit is also low. So your customer fits in what category? There are three different types which you should focus, starting with your convenience customer, that is low effort, low return. Then you need to make sure that you upgrade them to your bread earning customer, that is high effort and high return. and then you should target your amazing customer, that is low effort and high returns. Consistency is the key for any business. It builds trust. It provides reassurance to your customer, and it also creates a huge brand recall. So keep posting content on a daily basis on your social media platform and let the customer know that you exist when it is coming for a specific product or information. There are two types of advertisement. First is organic, second is paid. So organic is where you post content for free. Paid is where you buy a space in media. There are two identification of paid ad campaign. First is a push campaign where you promote your product in all the social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. And pull campaign is a search engine platform based campaign where you promote your product on search engine sites like Google, YouTube, and Yahoo and Bing, where customer is looking for some specific information. You pull them to your website. Then this is an overview of a Facebook page, guys. So you've got to have your cover photo. You have to have your brand logo or your personal photo, and your Facebook cover photo, your call to action, your invitation to send a request to your friends to accept your page and like that. And you must also create your shop page. I showed you how to create your payment landing page. So just connect that with your shop page. And you need to have a short bio about your brand. And every day when you post your new content, make sure that you pin it as well. And in a similar format, create your own group or community where you can engage with your customers, as well as you can attract more new customers. And you can also sell your product on your own group. So make use of this benefit what is provided by Facebook. And invite your friends and family members to like your to join your group. That will also engage them, and welcome them in the group automatically with their names popping out from Facebook. So this is the weekly calendar for Facebook page and group. I have showed you 7 different creatives of mine yesterday. So you can create your weekly calendar as per the same format. So Monday is your tip day, talking about your product or category. Tuesday is the fact day, talking about your product or category. Wednesday is your myth day, talking about your product or category. Thursday is your quote day, talking about your product or category. Friday is your question, talking about your product or category. Saturday is your social proof. And Sunday is your offer, which talks about your product or category. So use those creatives, or just get an ideation from those creative guys. I'm sure it will be very helpful for you. And Canva is a place where you can sit and design everything. So join at least 50 plus groups in Facebook relevant to your product and category and interest based on your audience. And once you join, how to get leads organically is like, first you post content on your page, then you share that content on groups you join daily. And three, anyone who engages with your content on those groups, connect with them. Four, invite them to like your Facebook page and group. And then you throw an offer, give something for free, and convert them into a lead. So this is the live case study of group and pages. So you see, if I made a single post and if I did not promote in any group, it reached only 30 people. Whereas when I have promoted it in 15 plus groups, it has reached 590 people. So that is the difference, guys. And I've shown you complete Canva, how to use it, and you can use it as of now for free, because you will learn a lot. Once you become a pro, then you can take an advanced program of Canva. So the designing rule, this is the golden rule: 80% image, 20% text. Always ensure that you have your ad image 80% image and 20% text. And recommended size is 1080 by 1080 pixel for image and video. This is almost generic for almost all the placements, and other sizes are for banner ad it is 1600 by 900, for vertical it is 900 by 1600. So for your page and group, first thing what you need to do is create your logo. Second is create your cover photo. Third is create your welcome post. Now, how to create your perfect user persona? Audience is segmented into two formats. First is demographic, second is psychographic. So demographic is your age, race, gender, family size, income, education. Psychographic is what I said you yesterday. You need to check the entertainment, you need to check the hobbies, you need to check the interest in business and traveling, what they are interested in. And then you have behavior. So in behavior, you need to check what kind of devices they use when they are browsing the internet, and what are the kind of travelers, are they local travelers, international travelers. So today I will go more in deep, because today I will be doing a live campaign, so I will show you how exactly audience targeting can be done. So audience insight, I've shown you a short way how to check your audience insight and get an idea of what kind of likes and dislikes they have. So, and the competitors ad check. So this is how you check your competitors ad, what they are doing on Facebook and Instagram, and accordingly you can make a better ad campaign for your business. So what is AIDA model? So it is how you write your ad story or your content. So it is driven by attention, interest, desire, and action. So attention is awareness, also, where you identify the pain point of your customer, and why your product is the best solution for them, and write the same in the first two lines. Second is interest, give at least 3 to 5 reasons which talks about the problem solving for your user, and write your product features, achievements, and benefits. Desire is offer something for free, offer a huge discount, give them a free download, 7-day trial period, or something which is attracting them to take a call to action. Now, action is share your number where they can call immediately to avail the offer, or ask them to sign up the form or download the offer. Now, these are some sample campaigns what we have done, and these are some sample ad copies for your reference. I have already shared these templates with you. You can either go through that and you can make one for your business. Now, how to create the best lead form? First is limit your questions to 5. Second is ask important and relevant question. Third is at least have one custom question in your lead form. Now, what is Facebook pre-filled questions? Those information which already Facebook has, it will automatically update in the lead form, such as name, phone number, email ID, job title, company name, gender, relationship, and other things. So these are Facebook pre-filled questions. Now, what is custom questions? Specific information advertiser wants to see from the customer by asking in the lead form. Like I said, you, when are you planning to buy? What is your interest? What product are you interested in? So these are the things which you can ask in personal. Now, high intent. One review step is added to confirm the user about the form submission. So that is something which comes from Facebook. So you can just use that service. And more content is only pre-filled questions asked are more content. So we really don't want a lot of leads which are like focus lead. So instead of that, focus on one good quality lead against those 10 bogus leads. And we recommend at least one custom questions to be there in your lead generation form. Now, thank you page is the magic page. So once a customer is done with submitting the lead, you can direct them, they will be directed to a thank you page, where you can either direct them to your payment landing page and see that, you know, they make the payment directly over there, or ask customer to call you, so you can have your call to action as call talk to agent. Third is you can also ask them to download your browser, or you can loop them to your WhatsApp account or group by using the WhatsApp link. Now there are two different aggregators who are providing best payment landing page service. First is InstaMojo, second is Razorpay, and these are a couple of landing page templates which I have created on Razorpay, so you can try that for you. Now, what is retargeting? Guys, this is something which you need to understand. Now, there are two sets of audience. When I'm running an ad campaign on Facebook, uh, I have got approximately, let's say, 100 leads. All right. In that 100 leads, you are those 10 people who signed up to my course. All right. And there are 90 more people who have not signed up to my course. All right. So when you signed up to my course, you actually become my customer. And the one who don't sign up to my course, they become my lost customer. All right. So those customers who saw your ad but did not take any action, we retarget them. So what I want is I want to convert the lost customer also as a customer. So what I will do, I will again retarget them, and I will see that, you know, they get converted into my Facebook lead generation ad campaign training program. And those customers who already became, who already signed up, I would remarket you to my another next product or services which I will be selling in the future. So What I do with you when you become my customer is I do a remarketing, and what I do with those customers who didn't become my customer, I will do a retargeting until they don't become my customer. So those who saw your ad but did not take any action, we retarget them. And those who customer made a purchase of your product, we remarket them to upsell our product and services. So this is how we do it, guys. Now, A/B testing ads, also known as split test or hold out test. So used to check. Now A/B testing is done normally to see which ad is performing better. Now let me give you a classic example. Let me say that I have September is the month. I have like 10,000 rupees in my hand to do a campaign on Facebook, and I want to run one small campaign for 7 days, and I want to see two different objectives. Let's say that I want first is to do a lead generation ad campaign where I get the leads, I call them, and then I tell them about my course, and then I convert them into a sale. Second is I do a web traffic campaign where I do the campaign and I make the people directly go to my payment landing page and they make the payment directly. So first is lead generation campaign, second is a web traffic campaign. And I want to do a small test in 7 days to check which is performing better. All right. So out of 10,000 rupees, I decided that first week I will spend 3,000 rupees where I will do two ad campaigns. So each ad campaign I will spend 1,500 and 1,500 rupees. And I want to see which ad campaign is performing better so that the next 21 days I can do that campaign which was performing better. Now, big digital marketers or big companies, they do this to first understand that which ad campaign they can run so that they can save a lot of money and they can get best return on it. So that is your ROI. And let's say after 7 days of my ad campaign, I see that through my lead generation ad campaign, I got around 50 inquiries. Let's say for an example. At the same time, I got around 400 clicks from my traffic campaign. Here I would see how many people have actually purchased, because when they go to my landing page, it is not a sale because unless they don't make a payment. But when I do a lead campaign, I get contacts, then I have to call them and I have to see how many are getting into payment done. So this is how you test. So for example, in my lead generation ad campaign, if I could call and if I could convert 5 people, and in my traffic campaign I could convert 3 people, then I would prefer to do more lead campaign because I'm actually selling two more extra sales over there. So next 21 days I would continue doing my lead generation ad campaign with a balanced budget of 7,000 rupees. Remember, 10,000 in total. In that, 3,000 I have used for my A/B testing, 1,500 for each, and then I'm left with 7,000 rupees and 21 days. So the balance 21 days I will continue my lead generation ad campaign. So this is how you do your ad campaign testing. This is very beneficial for you because this will save a lot of money of yours. That is the number one thing. And you will also know what is your best performing ad. So accordingly, you can plan your strategies in the future as well. So, and this is also known as split test or holdout test. And it is used to check which ad performance performs better, and accordingly the main campaign is run, and can test on objective, ad headlines, body copy, or images. So A/B testing can be done either with two different objectives, or maybe you want to run one ad with a single image and one ad with a video image. So video ad. So you can run two different creative ad as well, or you can run two different headline ad, like your ad copy. One ad you have your long story, and one ad you have your short story, and then you run for 7 days and you see which is performing better. So there are different objectives you can select, and you can do A/B testing, and you can see which is the best performing result, and accordingly you can take it forward for your next 21 days ad campaign. So it can be 7 days, it can be 10 days, how you want to test. But I will normally suggest to do it like 5 days to 7 days, so you get to know which ad is performing better, and that you can continue for the next balanced days of the month. All right. So now, what is carousel ad? Now, carousel ad is your ad objective is one thing which is clear, that is standard. Let that be a lead generation or let that be a web traffic. So you cannot change your ad campaign in carousel ad. The objective. But what you can do is you can have a combination of 10 single images, or you can have a combination of 10 different videos, or a combination of 10 clubbed images or video. And each image you can highlight different product or services, and your call to action is same for all images. And you can also perform test of which image or video is most preferred by user. So I will show you a couple of my previous carousel ad creatives, ad campaigns, so you will get an idea how the carousel ad works. But carousel ad can be used if you have a standard objective, but you have different images or different video. You can use those images and video and see which is best performing. Here the only glitch is if you have same content of same video and same images, then I don't recommend. Like it means the images should be different, the creative should be different. The image creative should be different and the video creative should be different. And then you can run and you can see which is performing better. All right. So duplicate ads. All ads which are active, paused or archived can be duplicated to save time, and changes can be done if required to the respective ad. Different duplicate ads can be created for different audience or location. Let's say, for example, I have run this ad campaign in the month of September, and then I have got loads of leads, which is enough for me to do follow up for the month of October as well. And again, back in November, I want to restart my ad campaign. So my ad is actually it is done and it is deactive now. I can immediately click on that ad and I can create a duplicate ad, and then I can run it for the month of November. So that is how quick you can do if your content and if your objective everything is same. So you save a lot of time over there. And if you want, you can do changes like you can change the audience, you can change the location. So that is also possible. But duplicate ads are those which you can, for your existing ad, you can create multiple copies. Now guys, this is the most important part in Facebook ad campaign. So this is the don't rules. So let me read one clearly. So don't be deceptive, and do not sell your ad as buy to the viewers. Like when I say don't be deceptive, try don't cheat your customer by giving some fake promises or giving some wrong information. So if you do that, you know, you're actually cheating your user. At the same time, Facebook is actually monitoring you. Facebook also rejects ad campaign which are in active stage. So let's say that you are running an ad campaign and Facebook activates it maybe in a day or within hours. And after a day or two, it can again go back and reject your ad. So they actually they monitor how people are reacting to your ads, and based on that also they can if they find something violating, they will definitely reject your ad. So don't be deceptive, don't give any kind of wrong information, or don't cheat your users, and do not lie your viewers. They are the most important on the list of don'ts. This is because once the trust is lost, you will have no idea how long it will take to build back. And deceptive ads will not just make your customer angry, you will also get banned from Facebook. And do not release any ad which hurts the sentiment of a user. Like, are you heavyweight? Do you are you struggling to get hair growth? Is your skin dark? Do you want to make it fair? These are all which is hurting the sentiment of a user. This is something which is absolutely not allowed on Facebook. So please make sure whatever content you're making, make it as simple as it can be, but see that it doesn't hurt any user in any angle. All right. And do not promote any affiliate multi-level marketing products directly on Facebook. Now, if you are already doing an affiliate marketing business, and if you want to promote your affiliate marketing, you cannot put your affiliate marketing link on Facebook and send the customer directly to the affiliate site. What you should do is you should create your own website, all right, where you have all your affiliate marketing links, and you should direct the people to come to your website. All right. So this is how you do your affiliate marketing business promotion. So first you release your ad campaign where you talk about the product and services, and once people like it, and you take them either to your website where you show them all, and from there you can take them to the affiliate marketing site. So this is the most important thing. If you are trying to promote an affiliate product, you cannot promote directly on Facebook. All right, so let's hit back, guys. Let's do a quick ad campaign now, and see how it works. All right. All right. Let me create an ad campaign, guys. So you go to your ads, facebook.com/ads/manager, and this is the objective what you will get. So I will quickly select lead generation, and then I will click on continue. So I will be creating one ad for one of my institute, guys. So that is a 3D animation ad, just for your reference. All right. So now this is the new campaign page. So here you have option to you definitely can't change your buying type. You can change your lead generation campaign objective over here, and you can change your spending limit. And this is where you can change your A/B testing also. And I will do this later part. All right. And then you can put your daily budget or your lifetime budget. So in my case, I would put my lifetime budget, and I'm doing a real ad campaign. I will run this ad over here. All right. Now, when you put your lifetime budget, you have an option to run your ad on a specific schedule. All right. So I will show you that as well. It will pop up in a minute. Okay. I'll come back over here, guys. I'll show you how that is done. So this is the new ad set page where you have to give name to your all ad sets. So I actually normally give the same name. So I gave in the name StudentMark 3D VFX LG ad campaign. All right. And then here you can select your Facebook page. All right. And if you're doing it for the first time, you need to click on the view terms, and there are certain rules and regulations from Facebook. You just need to accept those terms and conditions. In my case, I already did it, so it is showing accepted. Now catalog is something for conversion. If you are in e-commerce domain, you will be using catalog. Now here I will be giving my budget and schedule. So I want to start it from today, and I want to end it by month end. I don't want to do it for next month. All right. Remember back we went and we created run an ad on specific schedule time. So this is what it is. So this is a time zone. So it starts at 12 in the midnight, and it's ended 11:59. That is again 12. All right, and then Monday to Friday. Sorry, Monday to Sunday. Now you can choose when you want to run your ad campaign on a daily basis. So let's say, for example, I want to run my ad campaign from morning 8 o'clock till 12 o'clock. All right, or let's say I want to do. Okay, I want to do from 7 o'clock till night 11 o'clock. So this is how I can do my ad campaign setup. Now in my previous class, I had a very interesting question from one of my students. Now he want to target IT company employees, and IT company employees are normally working in a specific place. Like in Bangalore, you can tell Whitefield, and in Hyderabad, you can tell Gachibowli and High Tech City. But you know the customers normally stay in a different place, so that is their residence. So he said, how can I target only those people who are working in IT park, and but I know that they have different times. On morning they should be working, evening they will be back home. So what I suggested him is, you create your ad campaign with a lifetime budget, and then you target your audience as per the timing zone. So let's say 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock is normally what you expect the IT company employees to work. So you can target 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock via the lifetime campaign zone, via the lifetime campaign by setting up your time schedule. So this is one of the best way you can use it and target your customer accordingly. All right. Now coming down, here is your audience targeting. Now this is the most important and most crucial part when you're setting up your ad campaign. All right. Now here you have an option. First is to create a new audience or a custom audience. Now, custom audience, I will show you how to do that. All right. You have different elements over here. All right. So first is the website. Now, let's suppose you already have a website, and if you want to track all the people who came to your website and who made some kind of engagement in your website, I'm sure you need to. You must have heard about Facebook Pixel. You need to configure Facebook Pixel in your website. So what Facebook will do is through that pixel, they will start monitoring what kind of people are coming to your website, and in your website where they are going. Are they going to the contact us form? Are they going? And if you have a product which you're selling, are they buying that product or not? So these are few things which Facebook Pixel will monitor, and you can retarget your customer according to that. Now let's say I'm doing this and I'm retargeting all the website visitors or people who visited specific web pages or people who visited by time spent. So time spent is like 25%, 10%, and 5%. And this can be valid for 180 days. So this is one of the best thing, guys. For the last 180 days, you can track all the people who came to your website and what exactly they were doing. And if they did not make any purchase, you can do a retarget and you can see that they make a purchase. So, and this is people who visited specific pages. So let's say that they visited your about page or they visited your home page, they visited your product and services page, and they also visited your page where you are selling the product. All right. But they did not buy your product. In that case, what will you do? So who visited your specific web page, you include that and you exclude people. Again, you go back to people who visited specific page and you exclude all those page. Like after your someone will make a purchase, they will go to the checkout page, and after checkout page they will go to the thank you page. So you can put the thank you page over here, or you can just mention the text thank space you, as just see in your domain how the name is coming, and then you can mention only thank you, so it contains thank you word, and here it doesn't contain thank you word. So what Facebook will do is Facebook will target all those people who came, who made they who clicked on the purchase button, who clicked on the checkout button, but they did not make the payment and they dropped. So Facebook will again retarget all those people and see that your product is getting promoted to the right audience. So this is again seriously very powerful tool to retarget your exact audience on Facebook who are like action takers or who make purchase, and then you can increase your conversion. That is the sales via Facebook. So, but for this you need to install Pixel, and you don't need to go with the lead generation campaign directly. You can do a direct traffic generation campaign to your page as well. Okay, so this is number one way you can do a custom audience. Second is customer list. So let's say so let's go to the customer list. Now, if you are in business and if you have database of your existing customer, you can again retarget them, and you can sell them your product through Facebook. So what you need to do for retargeting is you just need to have your customer phone number and their email ID. Even if you have only phone number or only email ID, even that works out. So what you just need to do is you need to click on the custom audience, you need to come over here and click on the customer list, and then you need to click next, and you need to select the value no, so that you can continue with the customer list which does not have any customer value, and then you will come over here where you can just upload that file. In my case I've already created one file, I will just show you how to do it. So I'll just show you one way, guys. So once you upload the list, you click on next, and then Facebook will see this is the list which has all the mobile numbers. And Facebook will upload all those customer number on Facebook platform. So there are around 501 customer number which I gave to Facebook. Now what Facebook will do is Facebook will first retarget these people and show your ad to these people. And then what you need to do is you need to create a lookalike audience. Lookalike audience is this 500 people you have given to Facebook, and you're saying, hey Facebook, I want to target these people. At the same time, I want you to create 1% or 2% or 3%, you can go up to 10% of a lookalike audience of these kind of people who have a similar demographic, who have a similar psychographic, and who have a similar behavior. All right. So what Facebook will do is Facebook will go ahead, create a lookalike audience, and this is actually one of my customers list. So I'm just giving you an example. So Facebook will select this list. Here you have an option of how much number of lookalike audience you need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means 5%, 6 means 5% to 10%. So here the only one thing is, if you want quality, then you should stick to 0 to 3 max. If you want quantity, like you want more and more people to submit your form, but you're not sure the conversion, then you can go till 10, which is your quantity. So you got to decide what you want. So normally I suggest it's always good to have a bracket of 2 or 3 so that you get some real good quality inquiries, and you select your country. You cannot select a specific state, you can only select country. So I have selected India, and I have selected my number as 3. That is great. So I have selected 3. So I've selected 3%, guys. So I want someone, and Facebook is showing it will target 11.6 million people, which is absolutely a decent number of target audience. And then you create your audience. So now what Facebook will do is Facebook will first target all the customers who came, who saw your ad or you want to show your ad to, and then they will create a lookalike audience up to 3%, and then they will start showing ads to these people. So this is how you do your lookalike, your custom audience creation. All right. Now there is a lot of other ways you can do. So if you have your app, so anyone who opened the app, most active users, user by purchase amount, user by segment. So you can run ad campaign targeting all these people in your ad, and this is again valid for like the past 180 days. Facebook will start tracking the database, and they will start promoting. So this is another way you can do it with your app. For this, you need to have your mobile SDK. The way you have pixels for Facebook, you should have a SDK for your app. You should configure that. Now, this is an offline activity. If you want any people who visited your showroom, you can also retarget them. So for this, you need to you need to activate a store visit. There is some pixel code which is required. So you need to have that in your store, and Facebook will monitor who is coming and going in your store, and accordingly they will target those people. Now, video is another important thing what you can do. Now in video ad, you can have an option to select people who have watched 95% of your video, people who have watched 75%, 50%, 25%, or people who either completed or viewed at least 15 seconds of your video on TruePlay, and who viewed 10 seconds of your ad or 3 seconds of your video. uh, when you are running an ad campaign, when you have a single image, you will not be able to retarget those people because it's a single image ad. But if you have a video campaign, if you are running a video ad, the benefit is that you can retarget people based on the views, how much they have done on your video. If they have completed 95% view, like suppose if the video is of 10 seconds, in that 10 seconds, let's say if the customer has seen 9 seconds and above, so you can target them. If the customer has seen 75%, that is 7.5 seconds and above, you can target them. If someone has seen only 5 seconds, that is 50%, you can target them. So that is one good thing what you have on Facebook. an video ad campaign. So you can think about it and you can do a video campaign as well. And then in the past 365 days you can do, and you can select, you can give the name of your audience. So you can do multiple, you can select 25, 50, 75, 95, 100 as well. 100 is we don't have, but you can select 10, 50, 25, 50, 75, 95. So you can select 5 engagement as well. Now your Instagram account. So here Facebook is targeting all those people who engage with your professional account, anyone who visited your professional account profile, people who engaged with any post or ad. So when you say any post or ad, it is like people who liked your post or who commented on your post or who shared your post. So that is how people got engaged. People who sent a message to your professional account, or people who saved any post or who saved any post or ad. So this is how you can target with your Instagram account, or same way you can target from your Facebook account. So this is another way you can do your custom audience. All right. Now lead form. This is the most important category when we are doing a lead generation ad campaign. Now there is a small trick over here. Now when I am running an ad campaign, I want more and more leads to come to my account. And so what I will be doing, I have 3 things here with me. Anyone who opened this form, when they are seeing my ad campaign, they click on and they open the form. All right. And people who opened but they didn't submit and they did not submit, second category. Third is people who opened and submitted the form. All right. So I want to target all those people who opened this form for sure. Then I want to click more, and so here you select your form name. So in my case, I'm doing an ad campaign for student mark. So I'll select student mark, and then my page name, and then I select the form. So which forms you want to target. So every form is available. I would select all. All right. So this is how I do my campaign. Now people who opened this form but didn't submit this form. All right. Again I go back. Again I target student one, and then again I create my I select all the forms. All right. So now I'm done with people who opened this form. I'm done with people who opened but didn't submit. Now I want to exclude all those people who opened and submitted the form, because I already got a database. I don't want to waste money again by promoting my ad to them. So how will I do that? I will click on exclude. All right. And then I will click on people who opened and submitted the form. And again, I will go back, I will select my page, and I will select all my forms. So this is a retargeting campaign, guys. So here you want to retarget all those people who saw your ad but did not take any action. So this is how you do it. You click on open the form, and then you click on open but did not submit the form, and you exclude people who opened and submitted the form. All right. So it is said that, you know, in 1 week, let's say you're running an ad campaign for 1 month, and in the first week, if you're able to grab more than 50 plus leads, then you can immediately switch your campaign with a custom audience. So what will happen is you will get a better quality audience through this campaign. And once you're done with this, give a name. Let's say I'll give a name, student mark LG custom audience. All right. And then I give a name. Once I'm done with this, again I go back and I create a lookalike audience. Now I want to create a lookalike audience of those people who, where the chances are high that they see my ad and they submit my ad form. So I'll click here, again here, and here I will click on 3. So it will go till here. That is, I want to target 3% of my existing lead generation ad campaign, and then I click on create audience. So here you got. So this is one of the way how I will set my campaign custom audience via lead generation form. Now this is events, guys. So if you have uploaded any events and if you have got response from people like who are going or interested, or who are going, who are responded interested, who have visited the event page, who have engaged, or people who have engaged with tickets, or who have purchased ticket, and people who had intention of purchasing ticket. So you can target based on this also. So again, what you will do is you will target everyone. People who have purchased ticket, you will exclude them because they already purchased ticket, so you don't need to promote them again. So you exclude people who purchase ticket, and you can include the other 4 or 5 aspects for this. All right. And then your instant experience. Now, suppose if you're doing not a lead generation campaign, if you're doing a awareness campaign of your brand through a video view, you have an option to create an instant experience where again you can have a lead form in your instant experience, or you can divert the traffic to a website. So when you do something of that instant experience, you can target people who open this instant experience, who clicked any link in this instant experience, which means they have clicked the link and they went to your website. So this is also one of the ways you can retarget them. All right. Facebook page is again the same way how I said you for Instagram. You can target all the people who engage with your page or who visited your page, who engaged with your ad or post, and who clicked on any call to action button, who sent a message to your page, or who saw your ad. All right. And then your shopping is purely based on your Facebook pixel, which is configured on your website, and people who viewed your product, people who added product to any of their cart, and who purchased any product. So people who purchase any product, you would like to eliminate them because you will run a different ad campaign for them where you're remarketing them with your upselling products. And people who added their product but did not make any purchase, you definitely want to promote them. So you do a retarget campaign for them. So guys, every time when you do two separate campaign with your existing customer and with those who are not your customer. So existing customer will definitely give you more revenue because they have already purchased. So they have a brand plus brand built, and you just need to convince them to buy more and more upselling product. But retargeting is to those people who have not purchased your product and you want them to come to your kitty where you have them as your customer. So this is how you create your custom audience, and for every custom audience you should create your lookalike audience so that you can target to all those relevant people. Okay. So in my case, I will stick to this as of now. All right. And this is my lead generation ad campaign, and then I will go on, and if you want to remove any, exclude any custom audience, you can do that also by clicking. So first you create that custom audience, and then you click on exclude, and then you remove all those people in case if you want to. Try do not confuse Facebook and yourself. So just try to include only 1 or 2 custom audience to whom you think they will be taking action. Now coming down to your location targeting. So I will just click on this edit part. Now here Facebook is saying people living in or recently in this location, people living in this location, people recently in this location, or people traveling in this location. In this scenario, I always prefer to go with people living in this location because I want to target all those people who are in that location. All right. Now you can target worldwide. So you are targeting the complete globe. All right. Or you can target Asia. So which means you will only target the complete Asian countries. All right. Or if you want to target someone only in India, so you can target country as India. If you want to target a specific region, let's say you want to target Karnataka. So you can target Karnataka. So all the people in Karnataka will see your ad. And you want to add Telangana also. Then you can target Telangana. So this is how you do state-wise. Now let's say that you want to target only Hyderabad. So you can do Hyderabad. So this is how you do your targeting, guys. So, and once you select a specific location like city, you can choose how many miles you want to target. So in my case, I'm targeting Hyderabad and I'm targeting complete 50-kilometer radius. All right. Now let's say you have different pin codes and you want to because you are a store and you are at a specific location and you want to target only people nearby your store. not the complete city, because maybe the other end people will not come to your store to buy your product. All right. So in that case, what you can do is you will need to click over here, additional add location in bulk, and then you click all the pin codes what you have got or to whom you want to target, and then you can tell Facebook to run your ad campaign only at these places. So I'm just giving an example. I'm adding like around 4 to 5 pin codes of Hyderabad. All right. So let's say I'm targeting these locations. So the moment I enter the pin code, Facebook will show these are the location as per Facebook. So just click on add this location. So in Hyderabad, I'm only targeting these 6 pin codes. All right. So this is another very one of the best way to do a geo targeting based on the location with accurate pin code. So you can try this for your ad campaigns, guys. And if you want to pin some specific location, you can always drop pins, and you can target according to that as well. I'll show you how to do that. All right. So now suppose this is my location, and if I zoom in further, and if let's say if I want to target Hapsiguda, I just click on this drop in and then drop it. So I'm targeting all Hapsiguda region. So this is also possible to do your ad campaign accordingly. So it will capture the latitude and longitude, and then you can choose how much meters or how many kilometers you want to target. Accordingly, you can do that. Understood, guys? So this is how you do your location targeting. Now in my case, I want to target complete Telangana. And Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Now comes the age of your customer. So I want to target students because I'm promoting my 3D VFX Animation Academy classes. So I will target anyone who is between 18 to 24. All right. But you know your user persona. Remember we did user persona. So you know what is the age group of your audience. Who is the audience? Like are there men, women, or both? If they're only men, you can target only men. If you want to target only women, you can target only women. If you have a unisex product, you can target both men and women. All right. So this is how you do your age selection. This is how you do your gender selection. Now coming to the most crucial part, which is a detailed targeting. So here you have an option to break down your audience again into demographic, interest, and behavior. So let's see what we have in demographic. We have the education level. Now, if you want to target all the people from all the education level, you can just do that by clicking like someone who has an associate degree, someone who have a college graduate, or someone who have a doctorate degree. So someone who has completed high school grad. Remember in Audience Insight, I showed you how you can check out your different education level, graduate, high school, and postgraduate. So that thing you can use it over here. If you find your audience, major audience has completed college, then you can target college grad. So this is how you do your thing. If someone has crossed postgraduate, you can target master degree and professional degree. So this is how you do your demographics. You can use demographic to use your education. All right, and then financials. Now this one is only available right now for US. So you can target people based on their income, but this is this is only for US. In case if you want to target someone in US, you should use this option. All right, and then life events. Let's suppose someone's anniversary is coming in next 30 days, or someone's anniversary is coming in next 31 to 60 days. So you can target them. I'm sure you must have seen sometime ad when you have your anniversary coming, you know, gift your loved one this special gift, gift to yourself this special gift. So those gifts ads are based on this database which is coming from Facebook. Like they have the next birthday coming, and then you can target them and you can create ad campaign accordingly. Or someone who is staying away from family or staying away from hometown. So you can target based on this as well. So these are mostly for people who are single and who prefer home cooked food, and you are a home cooked food provider. So you can target all those people who are staying away from family. Maybe they will have more interest in your product. All right. So again, this is how based on your birthdays. So you can select birthdays in the month of September, October, November, December. Remember, you get Saturday, September born are very cool, and then buy this T-shirt. So those are people who are targeting based on your birthday because it is upcoming birthday of yours coming, or upcoming birthday which is like next 30 days. All right, and then friends. Friends of a man with a birthday of 0 to 7 day, with a 7 to 30 day, friends of recently moved. So you have different option, guys. You just need to explore. And new job, someone who got new job, they post, now working at this place. So that is how it works. And someone who have new relationship, who mentioned they are engaged, or they engaged for 1 year, 3 months, 6 months. So who are newlywed, like 1 year, 3 months, 6 months, or who recently moved. So you can target based on these campaigns also. So these are friends of, and someone who, these are direct now. All right, the previous one was for friends, and this is for direct. And then parents. You can click 0 to 12 parents, parent with adult. Now this is very important, guys. When you're setting up a lead generation ad campaign, you cannot target anyone who is under 18. All right, so that's one of the rules from Facebook. Now, but you, let's say that your target audience or your customer is someone who is 16 or 17. That is the case of my thing, because my program, which is a 3D VFX animation program, it is for those people who can do it right after their school or after their intermediate, and normally schooling is like after 16. So how should I approach those people? So I cannot approach the student directly, but I can approach their parents, and that is how I will do by selecting parents with adult children 18 to 26. I don't want them because I can directly approach the student. Parents with early school age children, that is 0 to 6 years, 6 years to 8 years. Parent with preschooler, parent with preteen, parent with teenager. Now this is where I want to target, because I want to target the parents, and I want to tell them that your son can do a 3D animation course with us. And then parent with toddlers. So these are like, if you are a preschool, then you can definitely target toddlers or preschoolers, so that they make inquiry and they come to your platform. All right. So this is how you do your targeting based on the audience as well. All right. And then relationship. So we already discussed that this is people who are divorced, or who are domestic partnership, or who are engaged, or in a relationship, or who are married, who are separated, you are single. So you have so many options. Just choose whatever you want to. Now, if someone is specifically, if you want to target someone who is working for a company, or who are working with a special title, so you can target that also. Like for employer, let's say I want to target all the people who are working in Infosys. So I can target Infosys, or I have another company called HCL Infosystems. I can target, if I want to target HCL, then I can target this. So this is how it works, guys. So you can target based on the company, or you can target based on the industry. Remember, we have in our psychographic the interest in business or something else. So maybe you can use this for your thing. All right. And then the job title. Now let's say I want to target all these software engineers. So sometimes this Facebook has a glitch, guys. So sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't. But you can experiment this and you can try it out. If you find any issue, you can tell me. Yeah, I showed you. You can target based on people who went to college, who went to high school, and other places, Manoj. You cannot target specifically who has done maybe BTech, or you cannot target specific who has done art or commerce, but you can target based on the category, that is the schooling level. Okay. I'll show you how you can do the specific targeting of education also. Give me a minute. All right. So here, so you can target like this. So you can target based on job title also. I'll show you the other way how you can do that, guys. Don't worry. So this is based on interest, based on business interest. So anyone who is interested in advertising, agriculture, architect, or maybe banking, or maybe in design. So if someone is having some specific interest like this and you think they will be your customer, you can target them based on their interest. Now you can target them based on their entertainment. Like we said, games like console games, these are all on system games, and you can target them based on this as well. Or some kind of live events, like they go to bar, they go to concert, they go to music festival, nightclub, parties and all. And if they're interested in movies, you can target them based on the different types of movies like Bollywood, Hollywood, documentary. And if they are interested in music, you can target them based on that, what they listen. And someone who's interested in reading, so what kind of books, let that be books, comics, e-commerce, fiction, literature. So you have so many options, guys. Just keep exploring, you will get more and more details. And family and relationship, someone who is already in family, or someone who is married, someone who is parenting, someone who is getting wed. So fitness, now this is for one of our student who is in fitness. You can target people who are interested in bodybuilding, who are interested in physical exercise, who are interested in physical fitness. So you can target all these people because they are fitness freaks. All right. And then you can target based on their drinking beer or distill. So this is how you can set up your ad campaign. So just explore this, guys. Explore this for like at least 10-15 minutes. So you know exactly what is available on Facebook and how you want to use it. So someone who have hobby in art and craft, or who wants to do home and garden, or who have hobby to take care of pets. So who is interested in political issues and who is interested in traveling. So you can target based on that. Now shopping, anyone who is interested in beauty, so they go to salon, they go to buy cosmetics, they give reviews of any cosmetic, tattoo, spa. So you can target based on the shopping and fashion. All right. Now, if you want to target people who are like NRIs, remember I showed one of my ad campaign where I wanted to target people who are living abroad. So family of those who live abroad, family, friends of those who live abroad. So you can target like this also, who lived in Australia, who lived in Brazil. So you can choose this to target all your NRIs. All right. And then you can choose mobile users who is using Android phone or who is using Facebook through mobile. So you can target based on that. So who is using OnePlus model. So who recently purchased a new mobile, 1 to 3 months, 0 to 3 months. So this is how you do it, guys. Anyone who is showing interest in upcoming event, or anyone who is in politics. So, but this is for US, so it is saying US. All right. And then purchase behavior, who are engaged shoppers who keep buying stuff online. So Facebook also monitors them. And the festive, I said, people friends of people who engage with Ramzan, or people who engage with Ramzan month, because in Middle East, Ramzan is one of the biggest festivals, so they have a special category for festival. So this is how you can target the people based on the festive. And then based on soccer, another important game in the world. So people are crazy fan of soccer. So you can target based on this, or you can target based on traveling. So traveling is suppose if you are in a hotel business and if you want to target people to come to your place, you can use this. Or suppose you have a high value product which you want to target to all premium customers. So your premium customers, if you expect them to travel internationally, so you can target people frequent international travelers. So Facebook will show ads to all those people who keep traveling. So that kind of ideology will give you like, I'm in a HNI product, so I want to target all the people who keep traveling international. So those people have money to buy your product, so you can target them accordingly. So this is how you do it. If you are not sure, then you can simply click over here. You have a search bar and you can target all the people directly over here. Now I'll show you how to do it for software engineering. All right. The moment you click on software, here you will get software, and here you will get interest. Just keep scrolling down. All right. So I'll just click on software developer, and then I will click on suggestions. The moment I click on suggestion, it will show me software programmer, which is a job title. And if I want to target people who are a job title with software engineering programmer, I'll just click on this. So once I click on this, I will remove this. I will remove interest because I want to target people who have job. And then I will get all the people relevant to software development. All right, web developer, web application developer, senior software engineer. Yes. So this is how you can do very quick, very simple way of your audience targeting. If you're not finding your relevant keyword initially, maybe if you're looking for job title, you can select interest, and then once you select interest, Facebook will automatically show you job title, demographic, and all. So you can select based on that. All right, guys. Now, in my case, what I want to do is I want to target all the students who is interested in 3D animations. I will click on 3D. So yeah, you can see someone who is interested in 3D film, and then I click on suggestions. Someone who is interested in IMAX, someone who is interested in animated movies, visual effects. So someone who is interested in visual effects, and then I have 3D computer graphics, motion computer graphic design, then graphic design. I can also target softwares like Adobe is one of the software which is used. So I can target all the people who is interested in Adobe, then image editing, motion. So this is how you do your audience targeting, guys. Once you're done with this, now you also have two options here to exclude certain audience and to narrow down your audience further. I will give you a good example for this. Now I'll click on narrow down audience. Now this is my audience. So here you can see this is a large segment, which is this segment. All right. Now I want to include people who is this and who is also student. So someone who is education level is in college grad. Some college in grad school, high school grad. Now what I am trying to say Facebook is that, hey, Facebook, first show my ad who is having interest in people who have interest in Adobe image editing, image, motion graphic design, visual effect, and this. Then I'm narrowing down my audience further and I'm saying he should also match. See, here it is already written, also must match who is a college grad or a high school grad in college or in grad school or some college, and who is a student. I will remove student because it is interest. I want to target specific people who are in their education level. So what is happening here is just click on this eye icon. So this is my main audience, which is 3D, VFX, animation, and others. Now this is my another audience, which is college grad, high school grad, in college, in grad school, and some college. Now this is the audience to whom I want to target. Now this audience is those who are in high school grad, plus they have interest in computer designing, or they have interest in 3D animation, or they have interest in motion graphic or visual effects. So I will only target these people. Understood? I will not target these people. I will not target these people. I will only target this center people who have both common interests. So this is how you do your narrow audience targeting. Again, very powerful tool. And if you think if your audience is too broad and you want to filter it, then you should go with this narrow audience. You have more option in narrow audience. Let's do one small example. Let's see. Again, I'll just do some 3D animation. All right, field of study. So what I'm doing here is so here there will be another circle which will come up, and once that cycle will come up, this part which have all three common interests, Facebook will target them. So guys, this is how you do your narrow audience. I recommend if you want to do a narrow audience, do it only till 2 steps. so that you get a fine-tuned crowd to whom you want to target. All right. Now, in my case, if you remember, I have actually clicked here and I've submitted my custom audience before only to Facebook. When I did this, I have already instructed Facebook that I want to retarget these people, and I want you to create a lookalike audience of these people. So something when you do, when you create a lookalike audience and when you select a specific interest, you don't need to do this all audience targeting, guys, because Facebook will immediately do it as per that audience, custom audience what you have done. So let me remove this custom audience over here. All right. So once I remove, now Facebook is saying that I have an approximately 14 million people I am targeting in a complete APN Telangana. And this is the meter, guys. So here, if you see, if it is red, it means it is specific. Facebook ad will not run if it is in red, or if it is in this zone, that is the broad zone. You should always ensure that your audience should be in this zone, which is the audience meter selection zone. So this is, now my meter is over here, which is good. But again, 14 million is too much. You know, try to bring your audience size from 5 lakh to 10 lakh. So that will be good. So in case if I remove this, actually it will increase. All right. But let me, so I want to target parents with teenagers. I want to target all those who are this. And then I want to target students. So let's see, this is what I want to do. Now, if you sometime, if you will see that your audience is not, if it is going in specific zone and it is not coming over here, what you can do is you can instruct Facebook by clicking over here, reach people beyond your detailed targeting section when it's likely to improve the performance. So what will happen, let's suppose if you have a specific audience of maybe 10,000 people, and you want to, definitely you want to target more people because you're doing an ad campaign with a decent budget. So what you can do is you can instruct Facebook to reach, by clicking on this button, reach people beyond your detailed targeting selection when it's likely to improve the audio performance. So Facebook will monitor your performance, and based on that, it will increase to more people, which are again your lookalike audience. And then we go over here, which is your language. So you can select people who have knowledge of English, and if you want to target people who have knowledge of Hindi, or if you want to target specific people who knows only Telugu, so you can do this also, guys. All right. So you can target people based on the language. So this is another way how you target the ad campaign with specific language speaking people. So in my case, I will precisely go with English. All right. It is not mandatory. It is only an option. If you don't know, then I would suggest to don't use this, because this audience targeting is the more core thing in the complete ad campaign journey. All right. And then you have connections here. So add a connection type, people who like your page. So you want to show add to only those people who like your page, then you can click over here, or friends of people who like your page. So you have a decent crowd and you want to target their friends so that they also like your page, you can do that. And then exclude people who like your page. So you can remove all those people who like your page. So it is all self-defined, guys. Just read across and then you can select in case if you want this. All right. Now, let's go to the placement type. So here you have two different placement options. One is automatic placement and second is manual placement. Now, what exactly is a placement? Facebook has different places they have selected. I'm sorry. Now, Facebook will tell you where do you want to show your ad. Now, these are the different placements. Now, one is the feed. So this is the feed. This is like your news feed. So this is your Facebook news feed, Instagram feed, marketplace. So Facebook will tell you, do you want to show ad in your newsfeed? Yes, yes, or to select. First thing to understand over here is, do you want to run your ad campaign on Facebook and Instagram both? If you want to run both, then you should check mark both. If you want to run your ad only on Instagram, you don't want Facebook, so just click on, just remove Facebook and click on Instagram. So, so select only Instagram and remove Facebook. So guys, if you want to run ad on Instagram, you have to use this panel and create your lead generation ad through Facebook, because Facebook and Instagram is interconnected. So you can do it through this platform only, through this way, what I'm doing right now. So if you want to select only Instagram, just click on Instagram and then click on Instagram feed, explore and stories. So there are three different places where you can show your ad on Instagram. Now let's say that you want to only show your ad on stories and nothing else. You can just click on Instagram stories and your ad will show only over here. All right. Or if you want to show complete Instagram, there are three feeds which are available. You can show in all the three feeds. So that is feed, explore, and story. So you can show your ad on all the three. Now let's say that you don't want to show your ad on Instagram, you want to show only on Facebook. Then you just uncheck the Instagram and you check mark Facebook, and your ad will be shown only on Facebook platform. And if you want to do both, you can always select both, and you can run your ad campaign in both the places. And if you want to select specific places, whatever you want, you can just check and uncheck. Few places are not able to, where you cannot do any check mark, you don't have a, like your ad will not be shown over here. So this is something which is internal in Facebook, which I really can't do anything. But this is the whole thing, guys. So this is the place where you select your placement. In my case, I would recommend Facebook to select the best places, so that I get the best mileage out of it, because I want to run my ad in Facebook and Instagram both places. So let Facebook decide where they want to do the ad. All right. So this is how you do your complete audience targeting and other things, guys. Now give me a minute. Let me just try to filter my audience a little more better, because it's, I'll remove parent with teenager. Okay. Now we are coming on the third part. All right, and then I will give name to my campaign, and then I will select my Instagram page. All right, and then I will select my ad video. Now here you have an option, guys, to either select single image or video, or to make a carousel ad. So I said you carousel ad is a combination of 10 separate images or 10 different videos, or a combination of 5 video, 5 image, or 8 video, 2 image, or 8 image, 2 video. You can choose whatever you want, and you can run your carousel ad campaign. So if you run a carousel ad campaign, you can give separate headline and description to each of your image or video. So I will also, I will show you another way how, I will also show you now how to make your video directly from Facebook. So to do that, you need to go on single image or video, and then you click over here, you see create video or create slideshow. Now guys, slideshow is again a kind of video format ad campaign. So you can give a timer, like after every 1 second or every 0.5 second or every 2 second, your image will keep moving. All right. So slideshow is something which is used by Facebook to access for, it is recommended when you're targeting a remote area where you find internet connectivity to be less, and people are seeing your ad, so video takes time to load, you know, the browsing speed and all. But slideshow is where the browsing is not required in that range. So you know, you can show your ad with the slider, where in every 1 second the image will keep moving. So that is the reason Facebook has created a slideshow format. And in slideshow you can add up to 10 images, and then you can just see that, you know, every 1 second the image is getting moved. So that is the benefit of using slideshow when you're targeting some remote places, like maybe in Telangana, I'm doing in Telangana, so I can use slideshow because after Hyderabad, you find more problem in the connections. You know, the connections are normally not that great in villages or in sub villages or town or small cities. So their slideshow will make a little sense. Now, if you want to create a video, just click on create video. Now it is saying add up to 6 images to easily turn them into a video. So I'll just click on this. So I've already selected my page, that is my student my page. So here I have already a lot of posts I have made on Facebook. So it is showing all those images. So I will select just 6 images for my ad campaign. So these are all my 2D sketching guys. So I'll just click on this. All right. And here you have an option to put your logo or not. So I prefer not to have my logo, but you can choose. And then these are different effects, the shade effect, zoom effect, float effect. So you can choose which one you want. So let's say if I want to go with zoom. So you just need to click on next and here your video will show. So it's a 12-second video, guys. And these are the different things. If you want to add and make it more nice, you can add stickers. And then you can add a logo if you want to show your logo. My logo is already there, so I will remove that. And then I click on done. Now here, I always say to use 1:1, that is your 1080 by 1080 pixel. And if you want to create, if you want to have a mobile display also, uh, you see over here guys, 7 placement will use this version. So just click on this eye icon, it will show you the placement: newsfeed, instant article, instant video, marketplace, search result, feed and explore. All right. For vertical thing, they will be on Facebook stories and Instagram stories. And let's say I have not created a vertical ad campaign, just uncheck this and here it will show in 9 placements that which will include story and Facebook story and Instagram story. So it will show in your stories as well. So I recommend to use this and uncheck this if you are making only one creative. And then you select it and it will take maybe like a minute or two to make it convert into a video. So guys, this is how you do one. Now I will show you another way where you can add your 3 different sizes creative which I showed you before. All right, so I'll go back again. I will cancel this. And then you give your primary text that is based on your AIDA model, your ad campaign text. So I will do that as well. All right. So now you see your video will play in Instagram feed, stories, explore, Facebook newsfeed, Facebook stories, Insta stories, instant article, Instagram, and Facebook search result. All right. Now let's say I don't want to upload this video. I want to upload image, single image. So I'll just go on image and all right. Here I will select one image, that is my first image, that is, let's say, this one. Okay, now here you will have an option. You have already uploaded your 1:1 image. All right. Now there are two placements where you need to upload an image of 9:16 size. So what you need to go is you need to click on that select and placement, and then you need to change the size over here. All right. So just click on change, and then you upload another image. All right. So I will select one image which is of that size, just for your reference, guys. So this is how I have done it, and then I'll click on save. All right. So here I will go back again. I'm done with my 1:1. I'm done with my 9:16. Now I want to do my horizon creative. So I'll again go back and I'll click on change. I will upload my horizon creative over here, which is this 1.91 into this. Now this is how it will look like, the perfect creative size. So this is how you upload your creative in different size. So this is my 1:1, this is my 9:16, that is my vertical, and this is my horizon. So all the placement will have its own sizes, and you can actually create a nice ad campaign with this strategy. So guys, if you have single image, you don't want to make a video, then see that your single image is designed in these three different sizes. I will SML, I will put it in the group, so you can use this and see that it is working perfect. All right. Now I'll quickly write content. Hello student. Now see guys, I have created my template. So I'll just read it quickly for you. Hello student, are you worried about your career in pandemic crisis? Did you ever consider to grow your career in creative industry? So I'm just trying to feed them that it's crisis, you need to worry about your career, and in case if you're worrying, you can make something in career industry. And we are talking about our brand, that is VHC Institute of Creative Art provides 2 years professional 3D animation visual effect course and get you job ready. So that's the pain problem solving. We are making you job ready, right from the basics to the job learning. Job level training is provided at Zika Center, where we have 80% practical classes and 20% theory based training program, and daily 2 hours of classes at our center with high equipped system to have smooth experience in learning. Since we are in 3D animation, we really need to have a high end system. So we have that. That is what I'm trying to say. Go ahead and get a special discount of 20% during the COVID crisis so that you can make your dream come true. So I'm giving an interest, you have this 20% discount. So that's an incentive. So click on the sign up button below and get a free consultation now. Another interest I'm creating here, that is free consultation, or call Vishnu at phone number. So in case if he calls his number also, I will get his number back because he's calling from his mobile, and I have a lead and I can convert that lead anytime. So this is how I will do it. So again, I have my headline, become a professional 3D animator now in just 24 months. And then if you have your website link, you can put your link. And then guys, this is also important. This is your call to action button. So try to put the relevant call to action. Since I mentioned sign up over here, I will go with sign up. But if you are talking more about offer, then you put offer, get offer button. If you're asking, if you want to take a code, then you can connect with us, then you put get code. Or if you're asking someone to apply for some kind of job or something, or maybe some kind of thing, just click on apply. So just check this button, see that you have the relevant call to action button, because it should connect with all your ad campaign. All right. And then in my case, I will go with sign up. All right. And then I showed you how to create the lead form. So I will quickly click my lead form. And then you see, I have my lead form, I have my alternate number, and then if I click next, I'm taking full name, course, full name of student, of phone number and email ID. And then I'm getting this review policy. So this is how Facebook will ask them to slide to submit their form. Once they submit, then they will. I have given my call to action as my call number, so that once they are done, do you want a spot discount of 20% on total course fee? Call Vishnu and get a spot discount now. So again, I'm giving an incentive and I'm making him to call right now. So this is how we are doing the ad campaign, guys. So once you're done with all these things, just click on submit. So what will be done? Facebook will review your ad campaign, and if they find ad campaign to be perfect, they will get it active. All right. Now let me show you how to create an A/B testing of your ad campaign. So here I have done lead generation ad campaign. Now let me do one ad campaign which is a traffic driven. All right. So I have clicked over. This is my ad which is in draft. Just click on this A/B testing, and then you select a variable that is custom, because I want to do a link. I want to drive traffic to my website. So I'll just click on next. All right. So here you have determined the winner. Pick how you want to determine the winning version of your test. Measure cost per conversion lift. This will not be possible at this case because I'm not doing a conversion ad. So it will bring me over here and it will ask me, where do you want to, what do you want me to do? I want to click on traffic. So I'll just click on traffic. All right. And then my ad campaign is same. I don't want to do. Here it is saying, since I clicked on traffic, it is saying me to clear, my campaign will be a website driven campaign. And then here I need to give a destination where I want to bring the website traffic to. So I will give my traffic, that is my website, that is studentmonk.com. That's it, guys. Just click on submit. So I have one lead generation campaign and I have one traffic campaign. So the budget what I have put, the budget will get split accordingly, and within 7 days, Facebook will tell me which ad is performing good, and accordingly, it will show me the result. And accordingly, you can decide which one you want to go. So here you see. So both are in review. So this one is a traffic campaign. So this one is a lead generation campaign. And this one is a traffic campaign. So I would prefer to put the name as WT, that is website traffic campaign. That's it, guys. So once it gets active, it will start sending the ads, and once it after a week, it will tell you which is the best performing ad, and accordingly you can take it forward. So this is how you set up your live ad campaign, guys. Any questions in this? Any questions? Yeah, you have to practice, Manoj, but once you do, see, consistency is again the key. Once you do practice maybe 1, 2, 3 times, I'm sure 4 times you can become a pro. So don't worry. It is, since this is the first time you are seeing, it is getting a little complicated. But as and when you keep doing it, it will be very easy. Trust me. But yes, you can do wonders over here. So this is my daily task for today, guys. I want you to create one video of yours which talks about 3 tips or 3 reasons why users should opt for your product or services. Like in my case, I will tell like in this video, I will yeah, sure, Aditya, please go ahead. I will share you the video link the moment it goes live. But I want you to create 2 videos today, Aditya. This is for your good benefit because videos are engaging and videos are more engaging on Facebook and Instagram. People watch videos. So instead of you creating an image creative, you can make a video creative of your ad campaign where you can talk about 3 reasons why people should buy your services and they should sign up for the same. I'll just give a small demo so that you understand better. Like in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 Facebook free tools which you can use while you set up your lead generation ad campaign. Tool number 1, image over text overlay. So in this tool, you can check out 80-20% image ratio and you can get rating accordingly. Tool number 2 is audience insight. So with this tool, you can help. It will help you understand which audience is what you want. You can target. Tool number 3 is your competitors ad check, which you can go through Facebook ads library and you can see what your competitors are doing, and you can make one campaign better than that. To know more, sign up to my Facebook Lead Mastery WhatsApp class, and it's a 5-day class. For more details, click sign up button below. So this is how you make one video of your brand and product, and you do a proper editing, and then you post it. So when you are saying something, people are listening, they are actually seeing you and they are trusting you and they're feeding it directly in their brain. And chances are higher that they will get connected with you. So make one video of this, and I really need a testimonial video of yours. How did you like this campaign? Because today's day 4, I'm done with maximum I'm done with maximum training of mine. Tomorrow I will show you how to create your autoresponders. So one good sweet testimonial from your side. What did you like and how did you feel these classes? The live training is worth it or not? So that will help me reach more people who are interested, but they're not sure if they want to take it or not. So that will help me reach those people. So I need one testimonial video for my training program, and you can, once you're done, you can share it in the WhatsApp group or you can upload directly on Facebook. Thank you, Aditya, but I'm looking for more people. Aditya, Manoj, and Rakesh, everyone. I want you to give this one thing to me as a gift. And this is how we end the day 4 session, guys. So see you tomorrow. I will show you how to create your autoresponder and how to set your complete ad campaign. All right. See you guys. Yeah. Bye, Manoj. Bye, Aditya. Take care.